Hi, this is Michael Jackson.
When I was 3 years old, my dad was my best friend. All right, so we're gonna take you back a little bit on what just happened with this scenario of what you guys are about to see in this video. We had some customers. I actually answered the phone call when it came. A gentleman called and said that he wanted to do something really good for his best friend. He wanted to take care of them on their anniversary and get them the best cars, the best things that we had here. So of course we introduced them to the Lamborghini. We had a couple of the new C8 Corvettes that are pretty dope. So he says, okay, well let's do the C8 Corvette. Let's do that the first day. And then the second day, let's do the Lamborghini. And he said he's at the Aliante Hotel. What if you guys can get him picked up or anything like that? And I'm like, okay. And he says, I'm gonna pay for it all. So I'm like, okay, very good. I said, only way we could do that is if you send us a copy of your driver's license and the credit card you're using, just so we can match it up, obviously, to make sure it's legit. And he said, okay, no problem. Guy sounded really professional and really just like a businessman. Sent an Uber to the Aliante Hotel to pick up his friend and his wife. It's for their anniversary. This was a gift for their anniversary. He said, don't tell them it's from me until they get to the office. Like, he played this whole thing out, which was kind of cool. So they get to the office, we have him do all the paperwork, fill everything out, and then we tell him that it's from his friend that's paying for it and everything. He's like, oh my gosh, so cool. And he was super happy about it. So they get the Corvette the first day, we do everything, everything's fine, everything's normal. The guy paid the card, like it was like close to $2,000 for the 2 days. So on the third day, the guy still has the Lamborghini. We tell him, okay, it needs to be paid for. So the guy that paid for it at the beginning, the best friend, says, okay, I'm at work right now, I'm a forklift driver, I'm at work, let me call you back. A few hours goes by and no call, no nothing. So we're calling the customer and we're calling him saying, hey, this vehicle needs to be paid for. Otherwise you're not able to be in possession of it. And 10 minutes later, we get a phone call from this Indian guy, older, real old guy, and says, hey, you guys just charged my credit card, my Discover card for $1,200. And I'm not there, obviously. And we're like, what? Say what? So then the wheels start going and spinning. And we're like, okay, let's start digging into this. So we start digging into it a little bit. We call American Express to find out if that card's even legit. And they're like, yeah, the card's legit, but not for that guy. So we're like, really? So it's gonna get real loud here in a minute. We get a hold of the customer. We don't tell anybody what's going on because we're like, we gotta catch this guy red-handed. We gotta make sure that that we get our car back first off, because if we were to call them and tell them, they'll leave our car abandoned somewhere. So what we do is we get a hold of the guy and we say, hey, you gotta come in and fill out another application. We gotta get another contract on you because it's extended day and we need to do an inspection on the car. Something we do protocol. Go and do my thing. All right. Do not go inside. Let me go in, and then you just come in after. Yeah. And I don't know you personally, so I don't know. But I don't know if you're the cards that's being used or stolen, and they're not his. You're the one on the contract. You're the one that's been in possession of the vehicle. I tried not to, if I would have told the police, like, you're in the car now, we just found that out. So me calling you just a little bit ago to get you here was just finding out. And the only reason I did that is because if I report that to the police, that's possession of stolen car. They pulled out a gunpoint. Listen, we have respect for people. We really have respect. We're not that way, but we do need to make sure it's either paid or we have to take it to a different level. You know what I mean? I don't know what your situation is. We've talked to the credit card company, and we've talked to the actual owner of the card that he's using.
He's used 3 different cards. All of them were not his.
Yeah.
And that's how you pay it for it.
That's how he's been paid. So the American Express only paid with it first, went through the first time for the Corvette, and then the Lambo on the first one. The problem was when the card wasn't going through today for the rental that you had today, so that's still not even paid. He paid with a Discover card that somebody called us and said, hey, that was my card, somebody just used some Indian guy that we don't even know. And so that. And he starts, first off, he says, oh it's not mine, it's not my credit card, I didn't do it. So 3136 is what's owed right now. If that gets paid, obviously cash, because I can't take the card anymore. If that gets paid, then I'm willing to.
So y'all never knew from the first card that it was something was going on?
Not went through fine.
Not until it didn't go through today.
And then he started playing things like send me invoices, and then I'm gonna use a different card. That card didn't go through. And I'm like, this is really strange.
And that's when we were trying to call you to come and just pay it so we didn't have to deal with him. But even then, we didn't know that anything was wrong.
And with Amex Platinum, it always goes through. Even if you're over your limit, they go ahead.
But I showed him the contract and I'm like, bro, we have you on the paperwork. You're in possession of our vehicle with a stolen card that paid for it. You're gonna have some trouble. So I tried to make it easy on him to make sure that he wouldn't have to spend the night in jail first off. Hopefully it was like a come into Jesus moment. You know, they saved me on this. But I gave him an option, man, and he chose the right one, obviously.
Can I phone a friend?
You can phone a friend.
Hey, Reginald.
Look, man, shit.
Hey, this is Jason over at VSSR. I got Q1 and his beautiful wife here right now in our office, and we found out some issues with those credit cards you've been using, man. And they're in a situation right now that either is going to end them in jail, or you got to figure out what you want to do on this.
I don't know what the fuck shit about this.
Well, the American Express you used is a stolen card, and the Discover card is a stolen card.
She's been calling me since the shit.
Yeah, well, we just got off the phone with the owner of the original of the Discover card that told us that the card that you gave us and charged was actually his, and he just sent us a printout of the card and showed us that it was his account. He's some Indian guy. And the thing is, right now, Reginald, you're putting them in a situation.
Reginald, bro, is that your card, bro? Come on, man, what the fuck, bro? Reginald. Yeah, bro, they saying that card, they say you put somebody's name on the card or something like that. What's going on, bro?
That's my card.
You know this is my anniversary day, man. Reginald. Hello?
So what is this? He got a credit card. Is that what you're saying?
American. Shit goofy as hell.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg.
Bro, is that your car, bro? Come on, man. What's going on, bro? You know this is my anniversary day, man. Reginald. I don't got 3100. I'm broke.
And you have that. You have a receipt for payment now, so you paid it. There's no issue then. Because it was just unpaid, and you know what I mean? So you paid it, you're safe on that. Just so you understand. All in all, they were him-hawing, and the guy, you could tell he didn't want to pay the money. He didn't want to come out of pocket and pay the $3,100 that was owed to us. But his girl was trying to just be straight up with him and be like, listen, we could either do that or the police are going to be on the way here and we're going to end up in jail. So she actually pulled out her debit card from her bank, and with her name and everything, we matched everything up to make sure it was legit. It wasn't a credit card, it was a debit card. So it came straight from her bank account, and we verified everything, made sure, and she ended up paying it all. They ended up doing the right thing and leaving here okay, but obviously the time's going to catch up to them. It only takes one time to get caught. You get away with it 5 times, 1 time to get caught, and you're gone.